and almost got away with it. Whoa, a little hang.
Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Today we have the new Payback from Radical. So the Radical Payback is a symmetric pearl with a sanded finish. Super cool, right? So this ball features the Payback Core. It's similar to the core in the bonus. However, it's been elongated, so this raises the RG and differential, meaning that it has more hook potential and it'll roll a bit later down the lane. So the cover stock on this ball is the Ai-27. It is a pearl reactive cover stock. However, it is sanded, so it's going to be super interesting to see how far this ball wants to get down the lane before it starts to hook. Today we'll be comparing the Payback to the Ebonite GB4. In terms of core numbers, this GB4 is the closest thing Brandon has to the Payback. The GB4 is a smooth symmetric solid, but it's been smoothed out a little bit so it doesn't hook so early. What a pattern we have today. It is 36-foot Pegasus. It's about a 4-to-1 ratio, which is typically on the more difficult side of the challenge patterns. It's short in length, but high in volume. So it's gonna be really great for this Payback, and we'll see how it does for the GB4. So in terms of layouts, we got something super interesting. On the GB4, it's Brandon's benchmark layout, super basic and super good for his roll. And in the Payback, we have drilled a shorter pin layout, which means that the ball is going to be a bit more tumblier and it's going to be a more similar reaction to urethane. And typically with urethane reaction, the ball hooks really early and then it becomes really smooth down lane. So overall, this Payback is drilled with a very smooth, stable core position. Another fun fact, both these balls are in the mid-range price point, which means that they'll be pretty similar in terms of performance. And that's also why we changed layouts, so Brandon doesn't have an overlapping ball reaction. Enough said in here, let's go to Brandon on the lanes.
Brandon's back with the Radical Payback. We're out here on 36 feet, 4-to-1, and trying this more specialized ball in a little more specialized lane condition. I'm going to be playing a little bit straighter here on the short oil. Not necessarily my forte, but and that's short oil. Let's get the ball going right and get my thumb out of it. Nice. That rolled off the spot pretty well. For my spinning release, short patterns are a little bit touchy because I want to make the ball boomerang off the backhand and come in really sharp. That ball is pretty even for me. Let's see if I can repeat that. Let's trust this one out to the right. It's got to make sure to try to keep my hand behind it and get the thumb out. I'll take 9 off that shot. I definitely missed left to target and got away with something there. Swing, get the ball to the right. Little hang out there, a little hang. It's a better shot. Trust it out to the right, kept my hand underneath the ball a bit longer, and that recovered. The 2.5-inch pin is very rolly and tumbly. It's not gonna go sideways as much as most of the other balls in my bag. Help me keep a little bit straight with my angles too. This is sort of like my alternative to urethane. So I'm really not a fan of urethane unless I have to use it. And it sure did. All right, that recovered great off the dry there. Maybe I should open up my angles a little bit more and move my feet in a bit. Not bad though. On fresh short patterns, the move for me is generally fairly small. I want to stay parallel and straight. I want to tinker with my speed in my hand just a little bit. The move here is one board in. Hopefully keep my hand up the ball a little bit more. Got that too far down the lane. Close though. Again, short pattern is not my specialty, but it's something I really have to work on. Let's try that again. Really close. But again, very consistent reaction shape. I'm hitting the pocket. You know, all my shots are 9 or 10. I can work with this right here. Let's see what the other balls in my bag are doing. Switching to my GB4. This ball's been in my bag for a little bit. It's been really smooth, consistent for me, and just a ball that I can play all over the lane with. Actually in league, I was at 4th arrow with this because people on our pair played short wrong. Anyways, because it's fresh, I can still stay right, and let's see what this ball will do. Main difference, this one's pin up, pin above the bridge. The other one's a 2.5 inch short pin. Watch the difference in ball reaction. Whoa, that ball went pretty sideways down the lane. And that's just fresh 36 feet. Difference of having a pin up ball versus something that's short pin, designed to try to tame out the core and the reaction shape. Let's try that again. I did miss a little bit left on that shot. Let's make sure this one gets all the way out to the dry. Yeah, just a lot more dynamic. I'm gonna have to move in a whole bunch to get it out to that spot and see the ball still hold pocket. My teammates would be pissed if they saw me playing short on fresh like this. This is probably how I'd get to the pocket without having to juice my speed or drastically change my hand position. Close. Wasn't perfect, but also this is a really tough shape to play. I don't think I can repeat that very consistently. Puts the gutter in play, and also puts a lot of splits when I miss my target inside in play. That smoother, more consistent shape of the payback is way easier on my eye. It gives me a lot more confidence to hit the pocket, especially when I'm not very confident playing straight and out. All right, question time. One of my biggest weaknesses in bowling is straightening my angles out, particularly on short oil. Playing that first arrow outside line, it's not something I'm very comfortable doing, but it's something I need to work on to become more complete as a player. What do you need to work on as a bowler? Let us know in the comments below, or hit the like button if the answer is parachuting. Hook the GB4, so let's see what hooking a 2-inch pin ball will do. In terms of overall core numbers and type of ball, the GB4 is as close to the Payback as any ball I have. It's designed to be slightly more dynamic. It's a solid where this is a pearl, but the surface finish is the same and they're of the same price point. No? See how much lazier that ball is down lane. 2-inch pin is designed for playing straight. Not meant for me trying to wheel the lane, but I can also throw it a ton better than that. So let's do that. Yeah, just that is not the look I'm wanting with this ball. If you guys ever see short patterns, don't start inside left of the big dot. Start straight. Odds are that's where the play is. So let's move right and play the lanes correctly again. Let's get some speed. One of my favorite things to do. Moving right. And almost got away with it. If I would have made that big of a miss with a GB4 trying to hook it, that might have missed the headpin left. Hard and straight down the outside. Still getting away on these inside shots. I think I missed 2 boards left on that one again, and still it's 9. Love to hit my target, but again, I'm just a little off today. Oh, you read a little early there. Taking my speed up a little bit more. Just want to make sure the ball holds line to the pocket. That's a better shot, in a way better shape. I feel comfortable staying around the pocket with this ball. If I throw good shots, I know I've got a great chance of carrying. One more rocket down the outside here on short, or you're heading back to the shop. All right, back to the shop. Let's talk about this 2-inch pin payback.
Back from the lanes, did my best out there on 36 feet on a challenge pattern. Not necessarily my forte, but something I have to work on. I threw the Radical Payback, Radical's newest mid-range piece, and I looked pretty good out there. My look to the pocket was very consistent. Bad shots really weren't punished too bad. I left a bunch of 4-pins on poles and stayed around the pocket even if I wasn't accurate. And today, just from an execution standpoint, was not my best. And those days happen. I went with the 2.5-inch pin on my payback. Something a little bit different, but something more specialized. These kinds of layouts get the ball tumbling and rolling a little sooner with less backhand motion at the end of the lane. This helps me keep my angles straight, keeps my lines more smooth and consistent, gives me more control when the backhands are exceptionally fresh or short patterns. I compared that to my trusty GB4 pin-up layout, but not necessarily too crazy of a ball. My GB4 is very middle of the bag, it's consistent. It's that benchmark piece that I carry around to everything. And on this pattern, it looked all but benchmark. On a fresh 36-foot pattern, this ball was check marking off the back end. It was hard for me to control. I had to really swing it out to the dry boards in order to hold pocket.
and shots that missed left went way left. I'd not drilled the Payback pin up, but I assume that if I would have, these two balls have been pretty close. The Payback has a slightly smaller core than the GB4. So if I were to compare them, I would expect the Payback to be slightly straighter than the GB4, but really not by much. They both come at a very similar surface, they both have a very similar type cover, and very similar type cores. I figured that drilling the two balls the same would have created a ton of overlap, and I want to see something a little bit different, particularly when we're bowling on shorter patterns, which I struggle on. It's a big advantage of using this type of layout, and if you're a person that struggles staying straight, on fresh lanes in particular, then I do recommend a shorter pin layout. This ball, drilled for me at the 2.5-inch pin, is great on shots where the back ends are really strong. When I see my ball overreacting on the last third of the lane, with most of my normal equipment, this is the kind of piece I want to use. This is an option I want to go to when I see my ball being quite erratic. This is a ball that's going to help me increase my pocket percentage when I stay straight with my angles, and it's a great piece to have in my bag when the lanes are a little bit tricky. I chose the Radical Payback to use the 2.5-inch pin layout on because it's a controllable ball. I don't want to use an already erratic ball and then try to tame it down with a tame layout. I want to combine a tame ball with a tame layout to give me maximum control when the lanes get a little bit fishy. What this ball is really going to do is give me another option on short patterns, my nemesis. Often I find the urethane balls force me to play the lanes a little bit too straight and hook a little bit too early, at least to fit my eye. I see the reactive balls as sometimes being a little bit too strong and too aggressive down lane on shorter, tougher tournament patterns. The Payback is that happy medium between those two ball reactions. It's going to give me some of that early roll and consistency that I'd see out of urethane, but give me a little bit more motion and something that just suits my eye a bit better. If you're a tournament bowler, I recommend a ball like the Payback with a shorter pin to help bridge that gap between urethane and reactive. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, please comment below. Let us know what your weakness is in bowling and what you need to work on. For me, it's rolling the ball on short patterns and trying to control my angles. Oh, and please like if the answer is spare shooting. See you later.